Here at Rogers Place, I'm Tony Brar, and I'm pleased to be joined by Lindsay Gullett, manager of event presentations here at Rogers Place for Oilers Entertainment Group. Lindsay, it's been a pretty exciting time for you and your team, who are recipients of the Golden Matrix Award for the second straight year in the NHL for Best Overall Video Display. Maybe take us through that and the IDEA Conference.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a huge honor for our team and our crew here that works here on a nightly basis. And you know, it was the 37th annual IDEA Awards this year, and it's kind of the Academy Awards for in-game video presentation. And so the biggest thing for that, it was just we submitted our top content, like all the teams are doing from across NFL, MLB, NBA, you name it. Even the top college ranks teams are submitting their stuff, and then teams are voting on it. So it's our industry peers that are kind of judging it, and then at the end of the day, we found ourselves on top of the NHL, and it was honestly a great honor.
Now, this is the second straight year that you guys have won the award, rather. What does that say about you and the team that are at hand and putting content right there on the scoreboard each and every night?
Yeah, you know what, it's a feather in a cap to our content creators, but also just our entire Game Press team. The guys are probably their hardest critics. They're very much a perfectionist. They're every little detail, things that, you know, countless times I've said, you know what, this looks good, guys, and then they go back to it again, and just final tweaks, you know. And then when we put that together and submit it for these awards, you get teams like the Miami Heat, the Toronto Blue Jays, Seattle Mariners coming up to you, and they're saying, oh my goodness, like, the stuff you guys are doing is so great. And it's, you know, it's a little bit of like, okay, well, that's cool, because like we look at all these other teams, you go there, you get so inspired by the content that other teams are putting out there, like, wow, like this stuff's so good. And then for them to turn around and be like, you guys are killing it, and we're like, oh my goodness, like it's a little flattering for sure. So feather in the cap for our guys, really proud of them and the whole team and the work they put in.
Now, across different leagues, do you guys ever pick at their brains and maybe try to get some content or ideas?
Absolutely. We all know that, you know, hockey in Edmonton is different than football in Florida or Texas or wherever it might be. So we're always kind of an ear to the ground, and that's kind of the best thing about this. Everyone's sharing their stuff. Everyone's throwing their best stuff out there. So you kind of get to see what angle teams are taking, what their brands are looking like, what kind of music, what kind of tracks people are using. So you kind of take, you know, you go through it and you see what works, maybe what might not work, and try and apply it to refresh it to maybe work in your market. And that's what we constantly are trying to do, is, you know, just try and take what we like and bring that here and provide something different for our own fans.
Now, I know it's for the display content here at Rogers Place, but how much does Rogers Place itself maybe kind of add to that experience when fans come in from all over oil country and take it all in?
It helps for sure. Like, I think people that have, like, from around the NHL and stuff too, like, that haven't been here, they're kind of like, we know it's a big grand arena, we know it's awesome, we've heard lots of good things, and then when people actually come here, they're like, oh my goodness, like this building is spectacular. And then just some of the toys we have with the ice projection and just like the multiple LED fascias and things like that, and the way our guys utilize them all, and just our lighting rig that we have in here and stuff. It's we try and like throw as much at it as possible, and then when you have those teams from other markets come visit our arena, they're kind of like, wow, good for you guys. So I know sometimes it's easy for us, like we get caught up in our own thing, and you know, you see the same thing night after night, and you're kind of like, okay, I've seen this, how do we refresh it? But when those people are coming in for the first time and seeing it, they're kind of like blown away, and so that kind of brings you back down. You're like, okay, there are a lot of first time eyes on this. They are wowed by what we're doing. It's like, okay, well, that's cool.
Now, very quickly here, does this kind of internally raise the bar a little bit for next season on opening night and onwards?
You know what, that's kind of the thing. Like, it's like I said, no one puts more pressure on ourselves than ourselves. Like we constantly, you know, we're constantly trying to find ways to improve all the time, and it's a bit of a blessing and a curse with this stuff, because it's like people are voting you, saying that your stuff is the best. And it's like, hey, well, okay, how do we tweak it? Where do we go from here, kind of thing? And I think it's just trying to find variety and trying to find different ways of showcasing our guys, showcasing our fans, and creating an entertaining product for everyone here at Rogers Place.
Well, Lindsay, congratulations to you and your team.
So much.
Appreciate it. Signing off from Rogers Place, I'm Tony Brar for Oilers TV.